This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Welcome to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Hallmark review podcast. I'm Megan, and I'm a longtime Hallmark fan.
I'm Wendy. I'm a former Hallmark hater.
Today, we are kicking off a fall movie throwback review series we're calling Fall Into Love Again, featuring your fan favorite fall movies that we've never seen before. We're doing a review each week leading up to the launch of Countdown to Christmas in mid-October, and we are starting with Harvest Moon from 2015. If you want to keep up with announcements like this and everything else going on with us, follow us on Instagram. We're Girls Gone Hallmark.
Hey, jump into our Girls Gone Hallmark Facebook group if you want to talk about fall movies, because it's that time of year. We're over there too.
Let's jump right into our thoughts on Harvest Moon with a synopsis.
After her family goes bankrupt, a city woman travels to the country to fix up a struggling pumpkin farm that her father bought as an investment.
Harvest Moon was directed by Peter DeLuise. Peter has a long resume of Hallmark movies that he has directed, including Girls Gone Hallmark favorites like The Birthday Wish and Hanukkah on Rye. He has also directed and produced a number of episodes of When Calls the Heart. Fun fact, he is the son of Dom DeLuise.
He's also the brother of Luke's sister's husband, Amenescaro.
Okay. TJ?
Yes. Michael DeLuise.
Huh. Is Peter DeLuise's brother.
Yes.
Nice.
Son of Dom DeLuise. Okay. J.P. Martin and Ron Oliver wrote the teleplay for Harvest Moon. This is J.P. Martin's fourth and final writing credit. He also receives the story credit for this film. Ron Oliver, a busy Hallmark writer and director, co-wrote the teleplay for this film. Ron has also written scripts for two of the Groomsmen movies, Christmas at the Plaza, A Timeless Christmas, and this appears to be his first script for Hallmark.
Jessy Schram stars as Jenny. This appears to be the first of many Hallmark movies for the actress whose resume includes The Birthday Wish, A Nashville Christmas, and Mystic Christmas.
Jesse Hutch plays Brett Jarrett. Jesse has an impressive 98 acting credits, which include a role in 20 episodes of the Hallmark series Cedar Cove. His upcoming projects include the movie Mimics, directed by and starring Christopher Polaha, due out sometime in 2026.
Rowan Kahn plays younger brother Harry. Rowan's 22 acting credits include It Was Always You and Signed, Sealed, Delivered, The Vows We Have Made.
Patricia Isaac plays Bestie Brooke. Harvest Moon was early in Patricia's career. She has since gone on to appear in a New Year's resolution, and she holds the story credit for last year's Christmas with the Sings. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Guys, this is the first time I've read this, but wow.
Teleplay
cool.
by Emily Ting.
Yeah.
Story by
cool.
Patricia Isaac. Barbara Pollard plays Aunt Rosie. Barbara also appeared in The Birthday Wish with Jessy Schram, as well as in All of My Heart in Love, a movie we'll be reviewing later in this fall throwback series.
Familiar face Linda Boyd plays Lou. If she looks familiar, that's because she has 165 acting credits and counting. She was in the first 2 seasons of Sullivan's Crossing, as well as the first 4 seasons of Virgin River.
Willie Ames plays William Stone. Willie will always be young Buddy Lembeck to us, but he has gone on to hold 51 acting credits, including 2016's Dater's Handbook, as well as the one-season wonder Date My Dad from Up TV.
Harvest Moon was filmed in British Columbia, Canada in 2015.
One final note, Lila Fitzgerald plays daughter Abby. She has 28 acting credits, including 4 Darrow and Darrow movies. She also played daughter Elisa in Date My Dad. Let's take a quick break for some ads, and we'll come right back with our first impressions of Harvest Moon.
Bugs crashing your pack's party? Whether they've got paws or sneakers, your pack deserves a home that's protected from pests. That's where Wondercide comes in. Plant-powered protection made with steam-distilled natural essential oils that actually work. It kills and repels fleas, ticks, mosquitoes, and ants without questionable ingredients or overpowering smells. Safe to use around kids and pets when used as directed. Lab-proven to work fast. And proudly made in the USA. We offer sprays for pets, people, homes, and yards. Plus, spot-on treatments, collars, and even shampoos. Whatever your pack needs, we've got it covered. Founded by a pet parent looking for a better way to protect her dog Luna, Wondercide's now protected over 21 million lives and counting. You might have even seen us on Shark Tank. Go to Wondercide.com and use code WONDER20 for 20% off your first order. That's WONDER20 at Wondercide.com. Wondercide. Protect your pack with plant-powered Wondercide today.
I'm scared to ask, Wendy, what was your first impression of Harvest Moon?
You know, I think it's bad when I'm rooting harder for the pumpkin cream storyline than our central couple.
Oh no. My first impression is Jessy Schram saved the farm. What? Like it's hard?
That's what I hated everything about this movie.
Well, hopefully you liked something. Let's talk about it.
I do have some likes. So what I liked is that Jen, played by Jessy Schram, who I love dearly. I think she is so freaking adorable. She wasn't your stereotypical spoiled heiress. I thought, I mean, it starts out like Paris Hilton level of entitlement.
Sure.
Which I was like, I don't like this. Only because as I'm watching this, my note says, I don't think this character would be likable in 2025. I think this character works in 2015 and before that because there was this rise in the social society girl type image,
Yep.
Anyway, but with that said, I did like that she wasn't rude or mean-spirited. She was like very polite. I thought she was self-aware, even though like she's out of touch financially, like specifically when she says to Brett, like, just buy a new tractor. Like it's that kind of like, I'm like, I cringe inside a little bit, but she never like went low with the people, even when the townspeople were not nice to her.
Yeah.
What I'm going to talk about a little bit later too. I came away with it towards the end of the movie. I wanted her to succeed. So she wasn't completely vapid, you know?
Yeah, to piggyback on that, I like she's not just a dumb rich girl. She is looking at this farm as a business. Initially, she's like, I'm just going to sell it and make money because I don't have any. And then when she gets there, she's willing to get her hands dirty, even though they lean hard into the cluelessness of, she shows up dressed in stilettos and all of that. And she has ideas that are good business ideas, ways for the farm to make money. Yes, she continues to be a little out of touch and she makes comments that are out of touch and it takes a while for her to grow out of that. But she does have a brain. And I appreciate that she was thinking that way and they allowed her to grow in that way.
Yeah. My next like is, I love a makeover trope. I just talked about it earlier this week with Catch of the Day. And this movie gave us a few. We have Jen helping Lou and the other girls. I kind of like that. Harry's dance lesson, complete with the shared headphones. It was giving Footloose energy.
So cute.
I loved that. Those scenes felt very lighthearted and fun, and it gave this character, Jen, like a space to show that she wasn't just about like money and privilege. Like she really wanted to connect with these people.
Yeah, she showed up for all of them. She shows up for the daughter. She shows up for the brother. She shows up for Lou. She's real supportive of everybody. I mean, there's so much warmth in this movie. It's so silly when it starts, and it's so over the top with them in that clothing store with that outrageous, sparkly silver couch. Like, I don't even know what's happening there. That you're like, you know it has to go in a different direction. Like, they can't keep up this level of insanity.
Well, maybe then I'm a jerk for like that set the tone for the whole movie for me. And I was like,
I don't think you're a jerk. For me, because I had read the synopsis and I was like, all right, her downfall is coming any minute now. I mean, you saw that moment of her I felt like the card declining moment was written on the wall from the second they start shopping, simply because the premise of the movie is rich girl loses all her money. So I was willing to forgive that part because I knew that it was ultimately going to be short-lived. And I think Jen and Brooke have a little bit of a growth moment. Like they both seem so vapid and self-absorbed when they're in the store, but both of them are smart women. Brooke's ultimately the one who helps her turn this business into a success. And so it's, to me, the annoying part is relatively short-lived, and then we see them grow into watchable, likable characters.
yeah. To piggyback on Brooke, I do appreciate that she has this small redemption because I thought she was written as like pretty awful, but she's a girl's girl. When she overheard that stuff, the diner girl was like spreading rumors about like what Brett was doing, and she went immediately to Jen to tell her. And I was like, I loved that. I'm so happy it wasn't like this like weird, silly miscommunication and like there was some sort of fallout from that. So I thought that was a great way to move this movie forward. And then it was refreshing to see then these two go on to be successful in their, in their next endeavor.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the pumpkin cream subplot, in theory, I didn't hate it. One of the other movies, Hallmark movies that I like is that I think it's a Tyler Hines, Lacey Chabert movie, Sweet Carolina. If they have like a pecan something or other, like DIY
I can't
recipe.
remember the premise of that movie at all. At all.
I swear they make some sort of like beauty product out of something.
Yeah.
I think. Anyway, it's a little bit silly, this pumpkin cream subplot.
Sure.
And I'm going to talk about it in my wishes specifically, but I did like how it ended up at the end of the movie tying everything together. It gave us like some really like quirky, funny moments where Brett and Harry like accidentally eat. They think it's pudding and then they're eating it, and then Brooke discovering like its special ingredient. Like it added that cozy fall thread that made it a fall movie.
Well, we have this big ensemble cast and you needed something to tie them all back together because they make us care about all of these people. Lou and the daughter and the aunt. She's an aunt, right? Like we need some way to bring all of these people back together, and it can't just be for the love story. So I think they did a nice job with that pumpkin cream and making everyone involved in that whole process in the end. What do you think of Willie Ames?
He was fine. I just wish that he had kind of a bigger role.
That's so funny because I thought they gave him way more than they usually do.
Oh, really? I mean, in my mind, maybe just because I'm a child of like the 70s and 80s, like, I feel like he's like a real big actor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he should have had a bigger, maybe, stake in this. But I don't know. Like, that's fine.
Yeah. Is it a little bit of stunt casting to put him in this? I was just glad that they kept... I envisioned his involvement being like right up top, honey, we have no money. And then at the end, some resolution. I'm glad that they continued to keep him involved. I loved his house, the flashes of like the arcade games and the bowling alley and all the overtop silliness I thought was fun.
Yeah. And then when he shows up at the end, he's like a little bit country. I thought it was nicely done.
I just would like to point out the line, my they grow them big around here, is not a line we would probably hear in 2025 Hallmark, but I liked it. And I do love a
think-
1 year flash forward.
You don't think that we get that line in 2025? We get like shades of funny
Maybe.
stuff like that every once
Prove
in a
me
while.
wrong, Hallmark writers.
Yeah. Can we talk about the wishes?
Oh, yeah. Let's hear them.
Brett as a love interest does not work for me.
What?
Are you freaking kidding me right now? This guy, red flag, get the F out of here. Okay, first of all, they give him the most tragic backstory I've ever seen on Hallmark. Like, you're a widow and an orphan, right? He lost his mom and dad.
Everyone's dead. All in the same car accident.
I was kind of confused. I was like, wait, what? Is this his... At one point, I thought his brother was his son. Like, I was like, who died here? And how were they all related? Anyway, tragic backstory, which could have made me sympathetic towards him. I don't know. Instead, he is grumpy. He's mean. He has a terrible attitude. He's rigid. He's dismissive. He is downright unkind to Jen.
So the grumpy sunshine romance trope is not going to work on you. So I think this is the point at which I need to share my wish before we go any farther, because I think you're going to have some thoughts. My thoughts on the conflict, you're going to be so mad at me. Is it woman on woman crime that I didn't think Brett did anything too terribly wrong? Because, listen, then you can yell at me. He wanted to hate her from the beginning, right? Because she was coming in and going to sell the farm out from underneath them. He felt threatened by that. So his response is like, we're going to make her hate it here. She's going to sell it. Nobody's going to want to buy it. I'll get it for a song, is his phrasing. Okay. He doesn't want to lose the farm, so he wants to get rid of her. It doesn't seem that crazy to be like, go do these dumb chores that we don't actually do just to get you out of my hair. And then you're going to sell the farm, and then I'm going to buy it because this is my farm. I work here. Just because you own it, I don't... didn't bother me all that much.
No, I hated everything you just said. What I really hated about him was like, he's like, oh, I'm going to teach her a lesson. Like, fuck off, dude. Like, no, I don't.
That's gross.
I'm going to make your time here super hard. So no, I just hated it. I hated it so much. It feels malicious. It feels, what's that word?
Vindictive.
Yes.
Spiteful.
Yes. Also, but you know, like when you plan to kill somebody, what is that called?
Oh, premeditated?
Yeah. It feels,
Yikes.
you know, like he knew when she was coming back out there, he was like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make her do all this stuff and she's going to see him. I just hate it. I hated him.
Yeah, that's a good point. But then the stuff he made her do was like count pumpkins. And so it was so innocuous once he's there. He's not putting her into actual danger.
Yeah, but it's the idea behind it. Like he even had a thought. It does not make him a good guy.
Yeah, I'm a bad person, maybe.
I don't like it.
What else
Also,
did you wish for?
when they have their big kiss finally, I was like, no, this is not earned. Like Jen to me, like I never saw okay.
In the barn?
He never gave any indication that like he was into her. A few scenes right before that is when they are at the cafe and they're talking about the violets and she's like pitching the idea about the violets. He gets pissed off and he leaves. He's like, I've lost my appetite. And then in 2 scenes later, you're like, now I want to kiss her. No, you're not into her. I don't know why she's into him because he's super unlikable other than he's like this hunky farm guy who she doesn't get to interact with in the city because she's this big city girl. No.
I do agree with you there that I felt like that kiss when she's like taking his hand and it's talking about like sometimes it's okay to move on. I was like, well, I don't think he's there yet. From there, though, once they had established that there was feelings, I thought I liked the progression. But I don't disagree with you about that first kiss.
Hated it. Hated it. The other thing I didn't like, and I mentioned it up top, was like the Paris Hilton era. The whole, I don't do carbs. I just, this is so 2013.
What do you mean I can't put metal in a microwave?
Yeah, all that stuff. Like, it doesn't land. And again, I think I'm the outlier here. Give me a character that feels aspirational, that gives, funny. That is, well, okay, fine. Jessy Schram as this character, there was some funny moments, but like, I want to aspire to something. I want to look up to somebody. And it just is just like nepotism and like, it's full on. What is that Paris Hilton, Nicole Richie?
The Simple Life?
Yes.
All right, let's talk. Did you see that?
Oh, no, I have one.
Oh, okay. Tell me your final wish.
The pumpkin cream.
Yeah.
I talked about like liking this little subplot, but some of the details are ridiculous here. This leftover jar has been sitting here, but is somehow usable still. Because when she makes the recipe, it's all like food products. It doesn't have any like preservative in it. It's not like you're telling me it's not growing mold in it. It grosses me out. And then, like I said in Double Scoop, what in the DIY, when they launched this project, this like product of theirs,
and it's still in little mason jars.
It's in like a homemade label. This is not something these like high-end women are going to be using.
No, especially not when they've got. It didn't make sense because on the one hand, is this something you're producing on the farm to be selling at the farm? Or is this something where you've got this whole suite of executives participating? It didn't.
Right?
It was not giving. But again, think back to our early YouTube days when we were doing like small business beauty unboxing. Like some of the products were like that. Now we're a day and age of like celebrity skincare lines, and those would die on a vine so fast.
Yeah.
But some were a little rough.
Okay, that's fair. It
was like an Etsy beauty product.
Are you buying beauty products from Etsy?
I bought nail polish from Etsy once.
That feels different than something that you're going to put on your face.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I got for wishes.
Let's talk. Did you see that?
I have a few.
Let's hear them.
Okay, I might have missed this, but on Jen's bedroom door, did they ever mention like a sign hanging on the door?
I don't think so.
At one point, Lou goes to her bedroom and knocks on the door, and there is like an outline of there was a sign on that door, and like it has been sun faded, and so I was like, wait, did I miss something earlier in the movie that there was a sign on this door and it was like made into like a joke at some point? No, maybe not. Okay. During the dance scene at the end, when they're doing the
line dance,
I was going to call it the electric slide. Is that what it's called?
I don't know if that's what they're doing, but that is a line dance.
In one scene, Jen is holding onto Brett's shoulders, and then in the next shot, like she's far away from him. Like it wasn't enough to like
no continuity.
Have dropped her arms. Yeah. I have two small ones. The pumpkin seedlings that they were like replanting, those look like ivy or ground cover. They don't actually look like pumpkin leaves, I thought. But that's just like a me thing. And last, the selfie stick. Whew, I was like, were we using one of those in like 2013?
Oh, we were. And you know how I know that? I was scrolling through our Instagram and I found a video of us recording on a selfie stick. I mean, we're talking about like how awkward it was to be recording. And this was a 10-year-old Instagram video of us like, how do the vloggers do it with their selfie stick? So yes, we were.
Well, I was just wondering because you just shared a video of us when we were recording YouTube videos and we had made mention of Big Brother. Was that recorded on a selfie stick?
It may have been. That may be why it's recorded from 19 feet above our heads.
Like, what is happening here?
I don't know.
Anyway, what do you have?
The selfie stick was top of my list. I have one true did you see that? And that is when her father calls while she's shopping and her credit cards are declined. It says like incoming call, daddy. After she answers it and she's holding it up to her head, the screen still reads incoming call, daddy, and has like the answer or decline buttons on the screen.
Love it.
Then just two observations. One, there's only one bathroom in this house. Did they discuss it, or it was just this running plot line that she could never get in the bathroom? Because we need a second bathroom in this house. Finally, just a note that Jen's look at the dance is very Sandy in the final scene of Grease. Her curly hair, her black bodycon dress. It was giving Sandy's makeover.
Yeah. She's so cute.
She's so cute.
She's so cute. There was the scene where, because she gets all muddy and then she gets she borrows some clothes and she's wearing these really cute oversized baggy jeans, which feels very 2025 because in 2013 they're going to be like tight skinny jeans, right? I was like, that is such a look. I love it so much today. She's adorable.
Yes, I loved those jeans because they were Aunt Rosie's jeans that were supposed to be like oversized. So cute. Of course, they fit her perfectly in the waist, but yes, adorable. What did you rate Harvest Moon?
I gave it 2.5 stars.
Ouch. Poor Jessy freaking Schram. 3.5 stars for Harvest Moon from me. We have 6 Fall into Love Again movies. You can check the full lineup out on Instagram or in the show notes of this episode on girlsgonehallmark.com. We'll be back next time with more Hallmark reviews. Thanks for listening to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Bramble Jam podcast. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, friends, before we go, just a quick heads up. You're about to hear some ads. These little gems help us keep the show running and the Hallmark love flowing. So do with that info what you will. Grab a snack, hit the skip button, or maybe, just maybe, listen in and discover your new favorite product. Bye.